In my opinion, there are 4 things that your side hustle, your side hustle apps need to have, or you should consider dropping it. And I gotta be honest with you, since starting my own side hustle right here in Pittsburgh since 2015, I have really actually wasted my time working on different platforms and different apps. So you're going to want to hear this. Number 1, does the app have clearly stated pay for you, right? The independent contractor, the driver, the worker, whatever the classification. So think about side hustle apps that you might be interested in. Okay, get an idea of a few apps that you're currently signed up for or thinking about signing up for. Now, do they have clear payment terms? You might be surprised to know that there was a point where not all of them had clearly stated pay terms. For instance, the now discontinued, acquired Postmates platform. Now, this was a food delivery platform recently acquired by Uber. And you saw you had a request, but not only did you not see the miles on that request shown here, but you didn't see the pay, which you'd earn until after the service. And then talking about pay, it even extends a little bit further. So we may see some of the pay, but not all the pay. So previous versions of that Uber Eats platform for those drivers could not see the entire payout. They'd see, pay less the customer's tip. Now, thankfully, in most all marketplaces, you can see the entire pay, including that customer tip. But again, if you're working on maybe smaller platforms, different apps, or even for whatever reason in your marketplace, if it doesn't have clearly communicated pay, you might want to drop it. Tip number 2, your apps need to have a bonus pay and or tips. Now, again, this is something that you might assume. It's like, all right, well, there's got to be incentive pay and there's got to be customer tips. Well, again, you might be surprised that not all platforms, even active platforms, not all of them have this. An example, this is Amazon Flex. Now, as an Amazon Flex driver, you're doing package deliveries, but you can also do Whole Foods deliveries. You can do same day deliveries. And not all of those routes offer tips. So take a look here. There's guaranteed pay, which is decent, but it is in essence locked in. I mean, this is what you're going to make per hour. There is no offerings for customer tips. So just use that for your knowledge for the apps that you're driving for. I'm not saying, don't drive for Flex. Just know that if you sign up for those certain shifts, you can just make the hourly and that's it. Tip number 3, one that I'm pretty passionate about. If you get value in this one, can you definitely share this with someone that's looking at these apps here? I got to tell you, these apps, they need to have enough requests and or fairly acceptable requests. Let me explain. So enough requests, it kind of stands to reason, right? I'm signing up for a platform, for an app. I don't want to be sitting around wasting my time, especially if that's the app that I signed up for. Okay, I'm going to sign up for such and such platform. And then again, I'm wasting my time because I'm online and nothing's happening. Now, think about this next point, fairly acceptable requests. So, okay, it's decently busy, but can I, or I guess, do I fairly have an option to accept a request? Now, what I mean by that is driving on Amazon Flex. Let's go back to that one. At least I'd say a year and a half ago, it was so busy. This was back in San Diego, California. It was popular. Whatever the reason was, scheduling shifts on that platform went extremely quick, and there's also controversies around, are there bots, are there software programs grabbing those shifts, making it kind of unfair for the basic driver to have a shot. Back here in Pittsburgh, more recently, Instacart, for example, I'm active on that platform as well as their competitor Shipt, but I have a lot more requests on Shipt, at least my personal experience, versus Instacart. So what that does is it would bump those apps further down my list, and it does. I have less prioritization on Instacart because I know I'm going to be busier if I'm driving on Shipt. And then lastly, I remember charging electric scooters, because that's also an option here in this gig economy. in San Diego for Lime. It was called, juicing these Lime scooters. And the platform paid you as a juicer starting when they first came to San Diego, starting at $7 a scooter. Now, again, the apps need to have enough requests. And they did. I mean, there was a good amount of scooters to gather, to juice, to harvest was the verbiage there. But I mean, again, being fair, I guess it was fair, but it was extremely competitive. So it doesn't make it fun. I mean, especially on that Lime platform, it was so competitive that, yeah, anyone could grab it, but only one person is going to grab it. So to combat that, let's look at Amazon Flex again. They have things like this, reserved shifts. So it's actually reserved for you, of course, based on your schedule of availability. Keep that in mind, but again, if there's not enough requests or it's getting so kind of unfair, again, bump it down your list or drop it. And then lastly, obviously, we're considering things like workload, right? How much work am I going to have to put into this? And then the pay on these platforms, clearly consider that as well. But the platform, it needs to have at least the ability to make $15 an hour. Now, our team goal here on any app, on any niche in this side hustle space, in this gig economy space, it's $25 per hour in gross revenue. But 15 is an absolute rock bottom floor. Now, personally, your floor should be maybe $19, $20 an hour, with your average being 25 and really good days, busy days, 25, 30 plus. But a rock bottom floor, if the platform itself can't even reach 15 an hour, I would absolutely consider dropping it. I mean, yeah, remember, I said that I've tried platforms and apps that basically wasted my time, and this is what it does. I mean, you can't even make 15 an hour. You're wasting your time. Exhibit A was trying to make money playing games on my phone. Seems pretty easy, but it's kind of hard to actually earn some real cash. And in my opinion, I felt like there was kind of a fuzzy terms of service of what actual cash was redeemable. Additionally, what I call penny survey apps. There's a ton of apps out there that offer you money to take surveys either on your computer or on mobile. But yeah, it's a penny survey app. They'll give you, I don't know, maybe 50 cents, 80 cents, maybe even $1 or so. But to make 15 an hour, you're going to be in your phone. It's a big pain for really, again, just 15 an hour. There's better ways to make money. So let me know your thoughts down below. Does your side hustle app satisfy all of these? Do you have any questions of trying to decide if a platform is actually worth it? Drop that question down below in the comments. And if you did get value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.